Imagine waking up. It's 3 in the morning. You check the clock. You panic. Great, I'm awake, my sleep schedule's ruined. So you toss, you turn, you count sheep, you scroll your phone, until eventually you fall asleep again. But what if I told you, 3,000 years ago, this was completely normal? In fact, people expected to wake up in the middle of the night. Not because they had anxiety, not because they drank too much coffee, because that's how humans naturally slept. And somewhere along the way, we completely forgot.
Part 1, Introduction. Today, most of us believe sleep should look like this. 8 uninterrupted hours. Head hits pillow, wake up refreshed. Simple. Except, human history disagrees. For thousands of years, people didn't sleep once. They slept twice. Historians call it segmented sleep, or first sleep and second sleep. And surprisingly, it may explain why millions of people still wake up around 2 or 3 a.m. today. Part 2, the first sleep. Let's travel back. Before electricity, before Netflix, before TikTok. The sun goes down, and suddenly, there's almost nothing to do. No lights, no phones, no TV, just darkness. So ancient humans often went to bed only a couple of hours after sunset. Imagine sleeping around 7 p.m. Sounds impossible today. But after 4 hours, something interesting happened. They woke up. Naturally. No alarm, no screaming ringtone, no boss texting, "Where are you?" They simply opened their eyes. Part 3, the midnight break. Here's the weird part. They didn't try to fall back asleep immediately. Instead, they stayed awake for about 1 or 2 hours. During this time, they talked with family, prayed, read if they had candles, added wood to the fire, looked at the stars. Some even visited neighbors. And yes, historical records suggest many couples considered this the best time for romance. Because after several hours of rest, people reportedly had more energy. Not exactly what you'd expect at 2 a.m. today. Part 4, second sleep.
Eventually, everyone returned to bed. This was called second sleep, and they slept until sunrise. This wasn't unusual. It wasn't considered insomnia. It wasn't a medical problem. It was normal life. In fact, old diaries, medical books, court records, even famous literature frequently mention first sleep and second sleep. People wrote about it as casually as we talk about breakfast.
Part 5, what changed? Then, everything changed. One invention changed human sleep forever. The light bulb. Actually, the process started even earlier. Candles became cheaper, cities became brighter, factories stayed open later. Night stopped being night. Instead of sleeping shortly after sunset, people stayed awake, working, socializing, watching entertainment, scrolling endlessly. Modern life slowly squeezed 2 sleeps into 1. And eventually, society decided you should sleep continuously. If you wake up, something must be wrong. Except, maybe not. Part 6, why you still wake up. Have you ever woken up for absolutely no reason? You check the time. It's 3:08 a.m. You're wide awake. Your brain immediately says, "I have insomnia." But researchers think, for some people, this could simply be a leftover feature, like goosebumps or wisdom teeth. Your body might still remember a sleeping pattern that humans followed for centuries. The problem is, instead of peacefully reading by candlelight, we do something much worse. We grab our phones. Blue light hits the eyes. Social media floods the brain. Now your body thinks, guess we're starting the day. Congratulations. Now you actually have insomnia. Part 7, why you can't live like ancient humans.
So, should we all start sleeping twice? Probably not. Ancient humans lived very different lives. They worked with daylight. Their schedules were flexible. There were no 8 a.m. meetings, no school buses, no night shifts, no emails arriving at midnight. Today's world expects you to function on one long block of sleep, even if your biology sometimes disagrees. Our environment changed much faster than evolution could keep up.
Part 8, Conclusion. So, the next time you wake up in the middle of the night, don't immediately assume you're broken. For thousands of years, humans expected that moment. They talked, reflected, prayed, watched the fire, then went back to sleep. Maybe your brain is simply remembering a rhythm older than civilization itself. And perhaps the real mystery isn't why ancient humans slept twice. It's why we stopped.
If you enjoyed learning about the strange habits of ancient humans, you'll probably love the next story. How alcohol accidentally created civilization? Because history is way weirder than fiction.